What can I say except you're welcome?
Now the whole world can acknowledge me.
Okay, can y'all hear me now? Okay. Uh, I did all that talking, and I did not know that y'all did not hear me. I'm so sorry. All right, let's do this again. Man, I thought y'all guys was hearing me. I'm up here just babbling. Let's start this over again. Sorry, y'all just had like a couple of minutes of me just talking. I was just basically saying, welcome to Talk It Up. We're back here, episode. This will be the first time I ever did a review for Talk It Up. It will be on YouTube. So if you want to go back and hear my thoughts of what I thought of Crown Jewel tonight. Um, and basically, I was just saying, basically, please give us a follow on the X. That's Miami the Great 645. Follow the Unseen Bling, the Queen of DWE, Final Boss Baby CFO. I'm pretty sure she'll probably be changing her name real soon. So hopefully you follow her um before she changes her name. And you can follow me on the island. You can also please follow our beautiful island page where if you want to come and visit our beautiful island, which will be our group chat, follow the island page and say, hey, I would like to be in the island or be welcome to the island. We have a great community. Shouts out to everyone who's in the DWE community. Um, but other than that, I was also saying, could you please go to www.gg.com. Check out Talk It Up Wrestling. Put in the Talk It Up Wrestling. What's up, Pat Man? What's up? Thanks, Advocate, for letting me know you couldn't hear me because him and Greg. I thought my mic was on, guys. I really did. I was like, oh my god. Shouts out to you, Pat Man. I was basically saying, what was y'all guys' favorite match? I will be going over all of the matches. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts about what happened at Crown Jewel. This will probably be like maybe a little hour or so thing on here because I'm on here alone. So I said also you can catch me um this Tuesday. I will be doing another inside the NFL mind of Miami. CJ will be back on week 7 and it will be me and him. But if you want to know what kind of that format will be, join me on X. Also follow the Isla page, and you will see how we will be doing that format. But it will be both me and CJ telling you who's our top 5, who was the best team, who played. If you guys are into sports, we're definitely going to get into some WWE tonight. I was also asking you guys, how do you guys like the morning PLEs? I think this is like our second one we have had that's been this early when it comes to PLEs. So are you guys liking what you have been seeing on the for the thing to come on early? Do you like that we're going to have Raw this Monday early? Because it seems like we are getting a Raw early on Monday. So are you guys feeling that? I said that I liked it because now I won't have to flip back and forth when it comes to looking for NFL. It'll be real easy for me to find. I'll get it out the way. We get Raw out the way, and then boom, I can watch my NFL. It seems like they've been going head to head with NFL, but I mean, I guess they can't do that now because they're overseas, so they got to come on early. So I don't mind the early stuff. Hey, bring it on early. Let me get out of the way, especially when we're football season. Now, when it ain't football season, it ain't nothing going on. Shouts out to you, EVP man, going on, man. Wild weekend already. Shouts out to you. Pat Man wants to probably touch on the stuff about Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns that happened this past match. But we'll definitely get into that first. Matter of fact, we were going to start off with that match here. Let me see, can I get it up? I got mine. But we're going to talk about the the match between Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker match. We got I have a lot of theories when it comes to this match. When we look at the whole totality of what's going on with Breaker and this team, I knew because I forgot last year. Well, the last time they was in Australia, it probably was last year when they was in Australia that Breaker was not on the PLE. I did forget that they he wasn't on there on the PLE, and he was injured because it was right after War Games. Matter of fact, no, it wasn't even last year. It was like maybe 2 years ago. No, it was last year. So it was last year. So he was injured. So he was really like taking it, really hard because he really wanted to perform in his home time, and I really forgot about that, guys. I really did. When you think about it, you go back and look at the whole thing when it comes to um knowing that I knew that was easy to know that who was going to win this match, and it had to be Braun Breaker. I mean Bronson Reed, but I feel like when it comes to Bronson and the match when it comes to Roman, I think the most interesting thing is the inning. Yes, Bronson did get help with Braun Breaker. Yes, he did come out there. He spared he spared um Roman, but I was also saying in my mind that you know he also he also let me try to get this outfit here. Here we go. All right. He also came out and he also came out just to help his co-worker, I would say, or person who he's with, Bronson Reed. And then you had Jimmy and Jay come out. I thought when this first match started, guys, I thought automatically that Jimmy was going to be the one to cause Roman. But as it went along, and I think Pat Man said this in our chat when we was in the chat, he said, well, it does make sense that it will be Jay the one causing him. I don't know why I didn't think that, but at first was the reason why the story they was telling was because Roman was telling Jimmy that and that's Princess, guys. She just wants to make her appearance and say hi to everyone. I guess she wants to talk to everyone today. But no, she was they were saying at first I was thinking the reason why because Roman was telling Jimmy that um why is Jay not listening to me? And that's the reason why I thought, well, maybe Jimmy's gonna try to do more to get Roman's attention. And that's why I was thinking that maybe Jimmy was gonna cause Roman. Jimmy was gonna cause Roman, not Jay. But when the match went along, I said, okay, I can understand why Jay speared Roman and caused Roman the match. Because it is going to follow along the story. But the only thing, guys, I have opinion on is the story. I was thinking at first, and we talked about it on DWE radio, the radios that's not on the radio, and also Talk It Up was I was thinking that this whole thing was to get Jay ready to be the next tribal chief at first. But now, as the story going along, I don't know what we're doing because this has happened. And Jay, I don't know if you guys watched the match after. What Roman said to them was, "People don't think I can do this alone." Now that part made sense. That part made sense where they were saying that when Roman said that, people don't think I can do it alone. I was like, okay, cool, that makes sense because people do think that, and a lot of people do want Roman to do this run on his own. So that part made sense. The part that didn't make sense to me um was after the fact was Jay told Jimmy, I told you he's not gonna change. I'm out. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. That's the part I'm not getting. And I know a lot of people are saying maybe that Roman and them was gonna be in War Games. I don't think it's gonna be Roman. I won't be surprised if they do Solo and the Wyatts because they just teased that a couple this past Friday too when we watched SmackDown. So I just really want to know what you guys think this story's going to go because I'm a little thrown off. Because I thought, well, okay, maybe they're going to cause dissension between Roman and Jay, but I was like, why? Because I thought they was going to get ready to get Jay ready for Chief, but it seems like Roman just don't want them to help him because he's trying to prove to the people that he can do things on his own. And I was like, well, okay, that part makes sense. But what are we doing with Jimmy and Jay? Where do they play a part in this story for you guys? Let's go to some comments. It says, I I wish it was a little bigger. Say I like to think I like it, but I woke up during the second half, but I like it early format football. Get it out the way. Get your own spotlight. Yeah, I guess he's talking about the the early shows. Greg was saying that he likes the early shows, so that's that he like let's see what CJ, the EVP, said that they made the right move there. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, see, I'm not saying they didn't make the right move by, and I guess you're talking about when Jay speared Roman. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with none of the match of anything. I knew Roman was probably going to lose because I knew the Usos was maybe going to cost him. I'm not having a problem with that. I just need to know where is this story going to go next because now I'm at the point where okay, are we going to split up the Usos or they said no, they're going to do it, they pulled back because they didn't see it was going to be a good idea or what? Now Monday's going to be really interesting because I don't see how they're going to play off of this. Now, Jimmy and Jay can argue and maybe say that, hey, I told you. But Jimmy was already telling Jay that from the get go. So I wouldn't see them doing that angle. It's going to be really interesting how they do it. They're going to have to make this make a lot of sense when it comes down to it. I got a comment here from Lena. Let's try to get this up. Lena says, no, if the Usos stayed away, Roman would have had one. Yes, that's true. I do, and that's what Roman was saying, Miss Lena, to the Usos. Hey, I told you guys, stay out the way and stay out of my business, not just because I want to win, because people don't feel like I can do it on my own. Which Roman's telling the truth because he did it for years. He always had the bloodline help. Somebody almost every now and then it was something happened and he still won, or either the bloodline came out and helped him. So I do agree with that. When you say that, Miss Lena. Um, I think we got final boss here that said hi. So hello to you, final boss baby. The unseen bling. Um, Dev said, and I think this is Dev from the Collected. Let me see if I get your up. He said, good on Brunson for getting reckless boo in his own home country. Did he get booed? That's crazy. But you know what? That makes him a good heel. Because if you get booed at home, man, you got to be one of the top heels, boy. Because it's very rare to get booed at home. That means Bronson Reed is really like selling his heel character, and he's really getting it over. Because I did not hear that part. So great catch that I did not hear that part when he got booed. Let's see. The EVP said, "Don't get, don't go great. Did go great job to build war games, but they got time. Yeah, I don't know, CJ. If we are building war games, and if let's say Roman and them, because we have had this story before where they was not on the same page, and we all know what happened last year, and all of a sudden magically they got on the same page. Maybe they're trying to do what they did last year, and they feel like they missed opportunity. But I feel like if you missed the opportunity, move on. Let's move on from it and let's go to something else, because I don't think people are going to remember or think about what happened last time when Roman and Punk, you had Sammy and Jimmy and Jay in that War Games match. They won. It was leading up to what we got at WrestleMania. So um, that was one main thing. It says Roman want doesn't want to win like he did in the old days. He said it to Jay. It isn't the old days. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. APP. I did not hear Roman say that. So and I figured that's what I was saying too. That I figured that that's the reason why too. He doesn't want to win because of how him and the bloodline used to be. So that does make sense. I say that, and I didn't even hear that part. So, great catch, EVP. So it doesn't not mean he has to lose all his matches, and you obviously not blood. You're not a bloodline fan anymore. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because you're gonna winning and losing doesn't make the person. Because I'm really this match made Bronson Reed. I'm not saying that Roman is going to lose every match. I think the story here is Roman's trying to prove that he wants to do it on his own. I get that part. And I'm not, because, hey, Roman won by himself when him and Bronson Reed fought last time. When that was the match I thought he was going to lose, because I didn't know they was going to do a Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns 2 times. So I was like, okay, well, if I do that, I would have been like, okay, well, Bronson's going to lose. So Roman proved that he can win by himself. But I think they're still selling the story that Roman is now saying that he wants to win every match on his own. He doesn't want it like how CJ said in the chat earlier today. He doesn't want it to be like old days, and he wants to just win it, naturally. What he can prove to not the fans, but maybe the family that, hey, I don't need the people. I've changed. Now Jay is saying that Roman hasn't changed. Now I don't know would that play a part into this story that's going along, because me and Final Boss had said, hey, if Roman is doing the babyface run, which I think he's a tweener. I don't think we're doing a babyface run yet. I think he's just a tweener. He goes back and forth, because that's basically what it seems like he's been doing lately, going back and forth. So that's what I think is going on. CJ said he thinks it's going to be a third fight and Roman will win part 3. Now, CJ, I was about to get ready to say that, but what PLE would they do it at? Royal Rumble? Because it is in Saudi. Would you think they would do that at Rumble, CJ? Or do you think that'll be one of the I wouldn't want to see Roman at main event, because I feel like main event has not got there yet, where I feel like it's one of those PLEs where we're expecting things. Every now and then we might get something, but I mean, I don't know when it comes to um main event. Let's do. I think we got Dev again. Dev said, "I think the Usos are going to turn on Roman. They did that before. I don't want them. See, that's the thing about this. I understand, and I understand you recycle stories and you use them again, but you're recycling a story that you did with the same people. Usually, when you recycle story, you get it's different people, it's different groups, it's different, and sometimes they don't even got to do with the people that was involved with the last story. When you do it with this story, um, I don't see that either. It's just strange. I don't know where they're gonna do, where we're gonna go when it gets to telling this story. I don't know if Greg has got hacked. I think he got the wire six after him, but he said Jimmy, and then he got some numbers right there. Jay are going to separate brands. I believe Jay is going to be on Raw, and Jimmy will be on SmackDown. That's what they did that too. You splitting them up and put them on brands. That's bad booking too. Because if you're telling me, because remember Jimmy came to Raw to help Jay with his vision problem, and now we're getting this. So I don't know. Um, with that, Greg, I mean, we'll see. He said, um, everyone gets booed against Roman. Yeah, uh, yeah, because I think it was one match where Cody was doing, and he was a full babyface, and I think they booed him one time. So that is right. Um, Greg said, um, he said it to both Jimmy and Jay. Okay, and Greg, you got something going on with your computer there. You got a Y6 thing going on, so you're getting attacked over there, sir. Roman will win the third match. So you guys are thinking that it will be a actual third match. Oh, I forgot about where would Madison Square Garden is a main event, right? Cause CJ, I'm finna try to get his comment up here. Real quick, hold up. If I can get it up here, yeah, there you go. CJ's thinking that it will be because he says MSG, which is Madison Square Garden. Oh, you got it on a Raw. My thing is this: when they do, my thing is this, CJ, and I would love to hear y'all guys' thoughts. Oh, it's in November. Um, my thing is this: is when you when you do that, because we seen what happened with the Netflix thing. Every match seemed like it was going to be that banger match. It was a card that was a decent card. It was a main event, Mania, WrestleMania card. You had Roman versus Solo, Seth versus Punk, um, Rhea versus Liv. What else match was on there? Geez, I can't even think what else match was on there. I think those was the only matches. I think. I know you had The Rock come out and do a speech. If it was some more matches, y'all guys remind me. It was so long time ago. It was the beginning of the year. That's how you know get old. But yeah, and it was a great card. I'm not saying that Netflix was bad, but it wasn't good. It was like something. It wasn't just there. It didn't hit like we thought it was, especially at the peak they came off of. Lena says she doesn't think the Usos are turning heel. So yeah, I agree with you, Lena. It wouldn't make sense. They just did that. They just did that. So I don't think so either, Lena. I don't think they're gonna do a a turn when it comes to Roman the Usos and Roman Reigns. I just don't know what direction we are going to go when we get to this whole Jimmy Jay and and um Roman. That's the part, and especially like how CJ was saying, like if it is War Games based, especially Last time I checked, you got to have 5 people. Jimmy and Jay are not even showing. You got Jimmy and Jay. That's 3. You're missing 2 more. Now maybe they could go get Jacob, but even if you go get Jacob, you're still missing a 5th person. Now I know I heard people throw out Punk. I heard people throw out even John Cena, and I was like, oh man, I mean, I would like to see John in a match. I would love to see John tag with Roman because that'll be wild. It'll be a great concept to see those two um be in a match when it when you come down to it. Um CJ says he has let's see if I can get up here. CJ says in the comments he has Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Punk, and Jacob. Uh, I don't see the thing about that um is that I think they will go. They're gonna go. I think the thing is about that is if you do that, Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Punk, and Jacob. It seems like Punk has not even been involved with Roman and them no more. They seem like they have moved him away from that. It seems like Jacob is dealing with Drew. Um, so I don't see them just probably join Jacob in there. Um, he has on the other side you have Seth, Breaker, um, Braun Breaker, I guess Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, um, Brock. Oh no. Well, you got 2 bronze on here, so I made it confused. Seth, yeah. Seth, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar, and Theory. I thought tonight, guys, and I'm going to get into the Seth thing is um CJ AVP. I thought Theory was going to come out and help. What's the name tonight? I hope you guys can hear me. Let's see. Hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, y'all can hear me. So I was just make sure because I don't see my mic moving. So I was just make sure you guys hear me. And also down there, I see you, Greg. You said, Greg said that they are not turning on Roman. Yeah, I don't think so because they already did that. It wouldn't make sense. I think the story here is at first I thought it was this dissension. It was just gonna be dissension between the 2, and that's what I thought. That's what we was doing. So that's what I was thinking at first when we did this, but I didn't know. I just thought that that's the direction we was going when we get down to talk about these 2 people um in this match. But yeah, I just want to know what direction we are going to go when we talk about the rest of the story. That's why I think Monday is going to be very intriguing when we get down to what Roman, what Jay, and what Jimmy are going to do. Because I'm not saying they rushing the War Games story because it don't seem like they're in the War Games, but we'll see. He said last one before we get to our next match, which is you got Greg Hills that said that the story is about Jimmy and Jay right now, and that's what I think too. That's what the same thing too. Yeah, I do agree with you, Greg. I think the story is about Jimmy and Jay. I don't think it's about nothing else but Jimmy and Jay. I don't think it's about nothing else but those 2. So I do agree with you on that, Greg. I say the same thing too. Let's get into our next match, which will be the next match we had after this was the Stephanie Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton match. It was a decent match. I know CJ said that this was maybe one of Tiffany's best matches defending. I said, well, I liked it when her and Nia Jax did one-on-one on SmackDown. I feel like that's one of her best matches too. So that was a match that I really did like from Tiffany when she took on Stephanie Nia Jax. I was very shocked, guys. Stephanie won this match because me and CJ talked about it earlier today that Tiffany's been undefeated for quite some time. I did not have Tiffany losing. But it seems like Triple H is really high on Stephanie Vaquer. She won I think it was like a little tournament. I think it was like a little tournament for who was going to go for the title in Paris, and Stephanie won that. She won the title, going against Io, and now she won the Crown Jewel match. So Stephanie's really on a hot streak. Now has me thinking that who's going to be Stephanie when it comes down to when she comes to defend her title. I really want to know who's next for Stephanie. If you guys got any ideas for Stephanie Vaquer and who she's going to be taking on next, winning her championship. Because now she's on a hot streak, and I can't think of. I know they're probably holding Rhea and Stephanie for Mania, maybe. Hopefully they can hold on to that as long as they can. But whoever she faces next, I hope it's a good opponent. I can't think of no one off the bat. Oh, CJ said Asuka, but I think I thought didn't her and Asuka already do a fight, or was I tripping? Maybe it was Asuka and I know Asuka did Nikki Bella, and Asuka, I think Asuka did Rhea. So okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. So I don't know. Asuka been on a kind of a high streak too. Now they could do Asuka. Yeah, Rhea's too soon, CJ. I do agree with that. But I can see them do Asuka because that could play into the EO feud and the Rhea feud, and maybe EO will come out there and cause Asuka so they can continue their feud. When you get down to it. Greg here said, I don't see this one, Oos. I didn't see this one, Oos, but Stephanie did great. I think I woke up in the middle of the match. Yeah, hey, it came on early, Greg, so I understand, man. I understand. It came up early. So, hey, I don't blame you. One more fear here. See, Greg said, I was watching the post show and she mentioned Rhea. Yeah, I don't think my thing is this is Rhea so early. Can they hold it off? Because it's the match that we think, because we did think that about Tiffany and Charlotte. And my God, I hope that Tiffany and I mean not Tiffany, but Stephanie and Rhea can have a great feud together and do a great match together. Because we all know that match chemistry is going to make this match. So I'm hoping that they can have a great match. Like I say, not too bad for Tiffany. Even the question could be for you guys too. What's next for Tiffany? Tiffany's now been beaten by someone, but it's on Raw. So Tiffany can be beaten, but I can't think of no one on SmackDown right now because I know Papa Jay's gonna be out a minute. It seems like they don't want to pull the trigger on Jay. Charlotte and Alexa don't look like they're breaking up no time soon. So I don't know who what's next for Tiffany too, cause man, and I was thinking that too, CJ Bianca, but this is the thing. Either she's gonna take on Bianca at Rumble, cause we know the King loves goddamn Bianca. And if she takes on Bianca and decided, then I know that's an automatic win for Bianca. But this will be another match. Either I can see. I don't know how much they do chamber matches for women, but I can see them doing it at either chamber, rumble, maybe not Mania. I don't see them doing that Mania because if Tiffany holds it all the way to Mania, then I definitely don't know who will be the opponent. It will be when it comes to that. She hasn't faced Asuka yet. Okay, I was just making sure because I didn't know. I was my mind was drawing a blank. So, but I knew I caught it because I was like, no, I don't remember those two even having a match between each other. So, um, I can't recall when I seen those two have a match with each other. So I did think it. Reggie, how you doing, Reggie? He said if Bianca comes back, she's beating Tiffany for the title. Yeah, it's just where is she going to do it at Rumble? Is she going to do? I feel like she definitely does it at Rumble. It's a definitely win because we know how. Like I say, especially I thought Bianca was supposed to won the title at last year Mania, but we know what happened. She had got injured in the match, but definitely at Saudi she's gonna win it. If she takes it on at Saudi, she would definitely win. So I do agree with you on that one, Reggie. I feel like yeah, Tiffany will drop it to Bianca. I just want to know what you guys think. Which PLE will they face each other at? CJ says that yeah, she's not holding the title to Mania. I guess he's talking about Tiffany. Maybe Jay again. The thing about that, and this is no shade on Jay. I don't want no one to say I'm shading Jay. It just seems like, well, the way she didn't get pinned. I did like the way she got busted open, and she was just like maybe the drilling kicked in, and she showed that that you young people call dog in her. So I can see maybe Jay maybe going one more time, but I don't know if they'll let Jay win it. Now this will be interesting because y'all are bringing up Bianca guys, and let me know what y'all thoughts is. Do you think that if Jay does win it early, would it be Jade and Bianca at Rumble? Because like I say, maybe Sada wants to have a big match to see how it's going to go. Because remember, WrestleMania is going to be in 2027 there, so maybe they're going to try to do some kind of key matches to give Saudi just a little taste, but not a big taste of what they will get at their Mania. So could they do Jay versus Bianca at Saudi for Royal Rumble? That would be crazy. It'll be the match that I know us we want to see. Back then, I don't see a lot of people saying it now because maybe the way Jay's been getting booked, I don't think people are going to anticipate the match. It'll be really interesting, especially Jay walks into champion at Rumble. Do you let Jay win and you do the match again at Mania and let it be Jay and Bianca too. So we'll see. Liv Morgan will be very interesting, but I haven't been hearing nothing about Liv yet. They've been really quiet about Liv. Which means that most of the majority of the time when you're quiet about something, someone's coming back. They have been teasing a turn on Dominic. I feel like if Judgment Day does turn on Dominic, I think that's when they'll probably try to bring back Liv. Will it be at a PLE? Maybe. Maybe they'll just do it on a casual Raw so they can get a big pop out of the crowd, especially if they're somewhere where they feel like they're going to need that energy. Um, so they might could do that. So I can see them. I can see Liv. Um, probably facing Tiffany, but that'll be wild. That means Liv would be going on SmackDown, and Dominic would still be on Raw unless they turn on Raw. He said, EVP said yes, because I think Liv is going to win Rumble. Man, it's one of the most accomplishments that she said she did want to do. CJ, she has came close many, many times. And she said that's the only thing on her bucket list she has left that she wants to do when it comes to doing things. So her and that right there will be wild. It'll be crazy to see Liv win. I think that'll make her be a babyface. You'll really have to turn a babyface after that. So yeah, if Liv comes back and win the Rumble, that'll be awesome and crazy. We'll have to see. Like I say, what's next for Tiffany? What's next for Stephanie? Hopefully, we'll see what's next for Stephanie on Monday. Like CJ said, could be possibly Oscar. I can see them probably weaving that into Stephanie because they did do some backstage segments together, so I can see them. Oh, Stephanie and Roxanne. Only thing about Roxanne is I'm not saying Roxanne seems like she has cooled down a little bit. And I'm not saying Judgment Day has cooled her down. Maybe they cooled her down because they're probably trying to wait till Liv comes back and maybe heat her back up. Or they're just trying to do this tag thing and do a story where Roxanne and Raquel could even break apart from Judgment Day and they could be on their own. Because, like I say, they don't have to build this tag team division. I have said at one time before on Talk It Up and on DWE Radio that you're going to have to build your women's division, your women's tag team division up a lot. So that will be interesting. But will Roxanne win? Because she has been win here, lost there, win here, lost there. A lot of more losses than wins. And I feel like they got other things planned for Roxanne right now. Um, so far, putting her in the title picture will be kind of interesting, but will they make a story from it? I don't want it to be a one and done if they do that. CJ, that's just my thoughts on if it's Roxanne who will be taking on Stephanie. Um, let's get into the next match that was after this, which I was surprised, which was a 5-star match. Me and CJ talked about this before I came on. Here on Talk It Up, guys, was I love this match, which I knew AJ Styles and John Cena. Man, oh man, the way this match was, you talking about you're gonna miss two wrestlers when they're gone. And I don't mean like, pass away, but I'm just saying like when they're going away from the ring. Tonight was the night that you seen that. They left it all on line. It's like these two seem like they have not missed a beat. And I knew that this match was gonna be like this. I knew that the John Cena and AJ Styles match was gonna be just like this. It was gonna be like a match where you're gonna be like, well, hey, it's gonna be one of those matches that will be the best of all time, and it'll be one of the matches that will be a good match when you get down to it. So I really liked this match. It was one of the matches. John, he came out there, did the I love the moment where he did the Bray Wyatt move. The whole crowd hold up the cameras. You see the lights come out, and John looked up to the air, and he kind of sort of had tears in his eyes. John did the Walls of Jericho. Dear Lord, that means we're finna get Chris Jericho. Jesus Christ, Jesus, why we gotta get him? But that means we're gonna get Chris Jericho probably soon, but we're not gonna get Chris and John Cena. But John really did a lot of moves. I didn't see I seen someone say he had did a tombstone, but I didn't see it. I must have missed it because I was like maybe looking away from the camera and stuff. But man, oh man, I really think that this match was probably one of the matches that was really good for both of these guys. Like I say, never missed a beat. Didn't miss a beat when you get down to these two. You talking about 5-star classic match. this was a match that I feel like Cena should be having at the end. Or, and I know I've seen rumors about him and Dominic maybe facing each other at SummerSlam. I would like I like to have been him and Dominic at his last match. Um, God is gonna be probably fucking Gunther if we do him and Dominic at SummerSlam. But my thing is this: if you're gonna do John versus Dominic at SummerSlam, I mean on Survivor Series, then if John wins the IC title, which will make him a Grand Slam champion, what you gonna do? Let him hold it until he faces Gunther and let Gunther win again? It wouldn't make sense if they do that. And now, from what I understand, they were saying Gunther may go to SmackDown. So I'm hoping that's not the case. When you get down to telling these stories about John Cena, I would like it to be Dominic because it'll give that feeling of can John finally become Grand Slam champion for one time only, and on his last try, his last match, his final match. I think that will do wonders for Dominic, wonders for that IC championship, and I feel like it'll do wonders for John Cena. I did hear this take from someone else, and I was like, yeah, this could be a good match when you get down to John and John Cena and Dominic Mysterio if they did face each other. I would like that to be his last match. We'll have to see what will be his last match. Now, Reggie said that if John wins the IC championship, he needs to lead with it. Yeah, I feel like that's the same thing too. That's why I said I'd rather that to be Reggie his last match. You know, the match that need to be the final match where he's gonna we don't know if he's gonna do no more matches. We're like, oh, what are they gonna do with IC title? That could be a way because I know a lot of people now. I want them to change the United States title. I don't have a problem with the IC title. I actually like the IC title, but we know most of the majority of the time when a wrestler leaves with a title or sometimes sort of I say semi-retire the title, they design a new one. I don't mind the IC design because I do like it. It is a nice touch for me. I do like the concept and the design of it. When you look at it. So I don't want them to design a new one. I just want him to win with it. And if he resigns, they can vacate it and maybe do like a maybe tournament. Because that could kind of maybe free up Dominic because he still is the AA champion of the world. Now, will Dominic be that once we get there? If they did do it in December, I don't know. That would be great to see. Um, Reggie said that they need to turn the United States Championship back to the old design. I do agree. Uh, I, I'm still now. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's only two people I can think off the top of my head that the new design did look good on. That's Solo and Theory. They're the only two. I feel like that they made it look good. And I was like, okay, I kind of like the design now. Now, I'm not saying Sammy now I know as much as Final Boss hates this whole open challenge thing from Sammy, which I love it because it's one of the things I love when they do open challenges is that I like the open challenge because you don't know who you're gonna get, how you're gonna get it, and where you're gonna get it. But I do like the whole thing with the thought process of when it comes down to the open challenge um for Sammy. So what you guys think who because I know that's the theory going around, who's the last person that John Cena will face his last time? I say it should be Dominic. Um that's me cheating off of someone's homework. Because it was a great idea. I was like, yeah, that's great. That would be the best way. Because like I said, I love great booking and great storytelling. So if you're telling a story and it's like one of these stories that I love and I can get behind, I think that will be the way to go when you get down to telling the story. Um, when we tell the story. Um, let's get into the next match, which was the co-main event. I didn't think that this match was going to be co-main event, but I forgot that Rhea was from Australia. I did not know. I was like, why did it skip my mind? Because maybe because I was thinking because she was in a tag match and she was with EO, I was thinking that maybe they was going to do this match and then do Cena and then do the main event. But hey, shouts out to them. They did this match and then um here we are. This is where we are when it gets down to it. But the match that we got was Rhea Ripley, Io Sky versus Asuka. Speaking of Asuka, because EVP did bring her up earlier, and Kairi Sane. And man, this was a great tag team match. And I was like, man, this is what we need for this women's tag team division. Um, some of the women don't have to have the title. The titles don't have to be involved. Show us some tag teams, some good tag teams that we can say, hey, they need to go for the titles. Now, I've been preaching that I feel like Rhea and Io, because we all know who's going next for Charlotte and Alexa, is I feel like Rhea and Io needs to take on Charlotte and Alexa Bliss for the tag team titles. I feel like that could be a great match, but I think we only got one more PLE this year. Then we got main event, which is it's like a TV event if you think about it. But I feel like if you do Rhea and Io versus Charlotte and Alexa, you're gonna have to do that because, like I say, we all say they got the big PLEs. That's either Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam now because everybody's like SummerSlam. I can even say maybe Money in the Bank is up there. It's starting to seem like it's picking up steam, and it is Survivor Series. So those are like maybe your, four, we'll say, that really people like. Okay, they might put their big shows on these shows when it gets down to it. So I think that that's who needs to be next when it comes down to the tag team division, tag team match, which will be next, for them. So, that's what I think. Like I say, great match from Rhea. Rhea and Io won, which was not a surprise. I had them winning. So they did get the upper win. What's next for Rhea and Io? Will they stay together? As a tag team. Now they won. They vanquished Asuka and Kyrie. Or are we gonna get this back again on a Raw? Because don't forget, Raw is back in Australia, and will Kyrie Sane and Asuka get back their win and they be 1-1? From what I hear, that could be a War Games where it be Rhea and some more people. You got Kairi Sane. They'll probably pick a group, and you'll have probably Asuka and maybe Becky Lynch and some more people on her side to take on Rhea's damn team, which would be interesting. What would be really interesting is they had AJ Lee in there because she just came back, and her being a War Games match would be wow. I think Nikki Bella was in one. When she came back, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, but maybe she was in there, too. So, we'll have to see. Let's get to some comments. I'm sorry, guys, I cannot get them up here because my laptop is acting kind of funky, and I do not want to. I will have to reset it to close it out, but we'll do that at the end. So if it goes out and I go black, I can bring it back up and come in. I could be staying in here. Who knows? we'll see how it's gonna go. But I don't want to test it out. Reggie said that he thinks that Carmelo Hayes should be the last opponent for John. I have seen a lot of people theory that put that theory. Um, I'm not gonna lie. After the match he had with Sami Zayn, I don't think Carmelo Hayes needs um John now because he had such a great match. I know they said Wes Lee. If y'all guys didn't see the news, well, it came out last night, last night. WWE did do a few releases, and one of them was Wes Lee. And man, I hate to see that and heard that because I had a lot of faith in Wesley. Yeah, Wesley was one of those small guys. I could see him maybe going to a MLW or a because he's small, even maybe TNA. He could do well in the X division. Or he can go to AEW. That's where I think he's gonna go. I haven't heard. I did see something about Cedric's contract, but I don't know that he either resign or is it up. I did hear. I think it was this week or this weekend. It's supposed to be up. If Cedric did not resign, then Wesley could be going somewhere else because I think that the Hurt Business want Cedric Alexander the most. So we'll see what's going to go on with that. But hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Carmelo Hayes be the last opponent for John Cena. I did see that theory go around. Greg here said, John Matelo. I guess he's talking about Jason. Oh, John might face Jimmy for the IC title, and Jimmy wins. Cena did what he said he wanted to face the Usos, and maybe he will face Jay for the World Heavyweight Championship and Jimmy for the WWE Championship. So you have Jay winning the title before December? That'd be interesting. And I guess you got Jimmy winning Cody's title before December. That'll be really interesting. I don't think Cody's going to drop the title before December. That'll be crazy. I think now I do like the first part, Greg, that Jimmy could be the one to face Cena if he won the IC title and be his last opponent and put over Jimmy because he did say you have had a couple promos between Jimmy and John, so that could play into some of the history that Jimmy and Cena has had. So I can see them doing that. Greg. Reggie here said, I have a feeling that after this, Rhea and Io are going to try to save Kyrie from Asuka. Yeah, somebody needs to save Kyrie. Saying, can we give this girl some help? Now, that would be interesting for the next chapter, Reggie. I didn't think of that, but it would be intriguing for the story they are going into with this story. So that will be very interesting to know. Like I say, if you guys want to come back and check this YouTube clip out and drop your thoughts about who will be John Cena's last opponent, go ahead and drop those out in the comments when you come back and watch it on YouTube. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Let people know about Talk It Up. Please, y'all help us grow when it comes to this YouTube thing. We're really trying to make this grow, become a big thing. Hopefully one day we can get some super chats for you guys so you guys can like that up because we always get comments. So I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy the super chats and get to see them on top like, we normally see. I normally put y'all regular comments on that now. We would not forget about the people who won't do super chat. We'll still put your comments at the top and show them at the top on the top. Last but not least, the last match we had was Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Now, before I get into this match, there was a promo once after Bronson Reed I meant to talk about where Paul congratulated Bronson Reed, said congratulations, you beat the Tribal Chief. Um, you're doing great. You and Brian Breaker, y'all are the future of the business, which they are. They're getting the rub. Hey, Bronson Reed has got the rub from Roman twice. Um, and I like this because you don't want Breaker to shine too much. You want Reed to get a few in too. So I do like the way they are booking Bronson Reed with Breaker. Because you got two guys that are like I would dare I say be mega superstars both together. Um so I did like that. But he did say that if Seth waves or tries to ask for help, Paul told the Vision that we're not going to go help him. And I was like, okay. My first thought was we're going to get someone new. And I know CJ said something about Theory earlier, and I was like, well, okay, well maybe we'll get a debut from Theory, and Theory joins this group. But I don't mind Seth winning this match by himself. CJ did make the point that it took Seth Rollins 4 curve stomps, a lot of hit with the watch from Cody. Um, Cody still kicked out. He said, "My God, Jesus!" He was like, Cody kicked out of freaking everything, and still wouldn't stay down. And finally, we won. But I do like the point that they let Seth win clean, because now Seth can say that, hey, I didn't need help. I did it on my own. I I finally won against you. So hey, it's not a sweep. It's seven still Cody's still up 3, but you got Seth finally winning one. I think these guys might have one more match, guys. And I know if you tuned in to DW Radio Final Boss, one of our theories that I did not think about was this whole Paul Heyman thing. Was her theory was the reason why they could be doing this planning the season is because she thinks that they're going to do another match with Cody and Seth, but it'll be for one of their titles, and that Seth will lose, and that's how he will lose division, and division will turn on him, and that's where we'll get this rest of this story that we're getting now. The season will be planning on later on down the line. Now, I was like, I didn't think of that, and I was like, that would be a great idea too for them to go. If that's the direction they're going to go, now when are they going to do it? I don't know. Maybe next year, sometime next year, maybe after Mania, if they need some stories, I will hold on to that to see how everything's going to go after Mania. And if they want to go that direction, you start building that direction. Especially if Seth, I feel like Seth and Roman are going to face each other. And I said plenty of times, Roman will win the title from Seth, and maybe Seth will go after Cody because Cody didn't help him, and maybe that's how you start the Seth and Cody feud again. And this is how we go turn back to the story that we're getting now with the whole Vision. If Seth doesn't win, we're turning on you, or we're leaving you, we're done with you, and that's how we get there. And also, what I was thinking that, and I said on DW Radio before, what happened with Roman was, I was thinking that was when Roman won, it was going to be Roman and Jay. Now they could still probably do that because Jay did spear Roman into the table, and maybe they're going to play off of that, and maybe there's going to be dissensions. Because remember, this just did come to my mind that Jay did say that he didn't want Roman to talk to him a certain way. He wanted us to be equals. So maybe Roman comes in and just be hollering at him, and Jay steps up to him again, because we know that Jay's not afraid to step up to Roman. We've seen that plenty of times. So maybe they're going to play that, but I'm not. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was the story that I thought they was telling us at first was the whole thing is, we're going to make Jay be the next one in line to be the next chief, and that's what I'm preparing them for. So that's what I thought this story was going to be, but I don't know. We'll see Monday which direction we're going to go with this story. But great match between Seth and Cody. Cody didn't need to win this match because he already just won the crown jewel, which would be basically the ring that you get from the crown jewel championship. But I didn't feel like this could be the story that you could tell for Roman and Seth and whoever they wanted to put when you come down to wins and losses. So and I think I'm back into my laptop. Okay, finally. Look at that. Uh-oh, nope. No, yeah, it didn't kick me out. But yes, that's what I think when you get down to it, to the nitty gritty of speaking on this whole um feud between Cody and Seth. So that's one thing I do think we had when we get down to it. Since I'm back in here, guys, back in my laptop, I will put y'all comments. We'll go back through the comments. I think before I left, we're gonna start with Lena because I think Lena had the one when we started off. Lena was basically saying when we was talking about the Usos, she don't think the Usos are gonna turn heel. EVP was talking about one of the matches that they think Roman and the Usos are gonna have will be MMG, which is the upcoming Raw that will be in November, according to CJ. CJ was saying that he think that's who's gonna be on the War Games team match. It will be Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Punk, and Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. Y'all suspect the Samoan werewolf. And he had on the opposite side, he had Seth, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Brock Lesnar and Austin Theory. Theory's been out. I don't know what's his injury to. I haven't been hearing about him either. They've been keeping close mouth about that too. So that'll be real interesting to see what they're gonna do. Greg was saying that he don't think the Usos are gonna turn on Roman. He also said that he thinks that this story is just about Jimmy and Jay right now. And that's what I'm saying. I know it's about them, but it's just really interesting on how they're going to go when it gets down to this storyline of where they're going to go with that story. A great point that I didn't get to put up for also from Greg was he said he was thinking that Jimmy could be Roman's I mean not Roman's last opponent, but Jay's last opponent, and I don't know why it's not showing Reggie's stuff because I can't put it up here because I guess he's on Twitter, which is weird because usually it shows on YouTube and both, but that's weird. But Reggie is on here, but he's on the X side, so that's weird that I cannot put his up there. But he did comment if you go on the what's the name. But yeah, guys, what was your match of the night? Like I say, my match of the night was John Cena and and AJ Styles. I feel like that was a great match. Like I say, it was a decent show. It wasn't like one of the best shows yet, but it was okay. I think I'm more interested in what's going on with Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. I think my next question is what's next for Tiffany? What's next for Stephanie? Even Cody. Now Cody's lost to Seth. What this loss will do maybe to Cody now? That would be interesting. Would this cause dissension with Cody and Randy? Because Randy didn't come out and help Cody too. Well, they could probably play a part of that too. So we'll see. What will that play a part? So, like I say, what was y'all best match of tonight, guys? this is one of my first reviews. So if you guys would like more of these, please subscribe. Please like, leave a comment on this after I get off here on YouTube. Most of you guys are on YouTube. Shouts out to everyone who tuned in on X. Thanks to Final Boss and Greg for reposting the space, sharing the space, promoting for me. Because I'm up here alone by myself, and it's hard for me to do when you're by yourself up here. So hey, thank you guys for having my back. Shouts out to the EVP. Thanks, Lena, for commenting. She always comes by, stop by. Reggie made an appearance. He's on the Twitter side, but he made an appearance. I know I seen Pat-Man earlier today. So Pat-Man, if you're still in here, appreciate you for your comments earlier. Oh, I did not see Area in here. He's way up there. He said, "How was the show, by the way?" I like I said, and this is what I was talking about. I was like, "Hey, the show was pretty good." I know the show came on real early, and a lot of people didn't get to see it. It'll be a show that you can. It won't be long. You can watch it real quick. Like I said, it seemed quick to me because maybe I was watching it in real time. Even when I went back and watched some of the matches, I was like, "Dang, this is still kind of quick." So that's maybe me. Shouts out to the advocate from the collective. I think Dev was in here too. Shouts out to Dev. Hey, shouts out to you for stopping by. I'm pretty sure that's Dev from the collective too. Shouts out to collective. Join the collective. They have a great YouTube also podcast. So you guys go over there and check them out. They have great spaces over there. Check them out. And if you did not hear the news on DWE Radio, we have joined the Gimmick Table Media network. They have a network. Also, you can follow my page, follow the Island page. You will see me retweet it, or follow Greg. I'm pretty sure you will see it on his page on X, where you will see us reposting their stuff. So join those guys. They be having reviews, they be having watch parties, they be having stuff where they break down the shows too. So I would like to thank those guys for joining us in. Like I say, EVP will be back not this week but next week with his reviews. He has some new shows coming up. I can't wait to see those. Like I say, I will be doing a break it down with Miami because Verizon was having an internet problem. I don't know what was going on that end, but we will do a break it down with Miami. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe Tuesday. We'll see. Maybe Monday. Well, no, I won't do it Tuesday. Well, I'll probably do it Monday. Maybe, hopefully, if I get it done, I'll probably do it either Monday or Wednesday. Next week. Usually I do them on Wednesday, but I will do the one for this month where we was going to watch the Okada match. I started watching some of it. I love the Japan language of it. So if you guys are interested in watching that, join me on X, also the Island page. We will be watching what I was told one of the greatest matches of all time. So I was like, yes, I have to watch this so I can be the judge of that. That's the part of breaking it down with Miami to give y'all my thoughts of my opinion. This is just my thoughts. Everyone is shared to their thoughts and opinions. Let's respect everyone's thoughts because that's what brings us together as wrestling fans. So appreciate you guys. Before we get up out of here, make sure you give me a follow on X. That's Miami the Great 645. Also give the Island page, the Island of DWE, a follow. Oh, I almost forgot. And Final Boss would have probably killed me if she was in here. Tomorrow we will be doing a watch party, but it will be for TNA, Bound for Glory. So definitely watch. Follow my page, follow the Island page. That I think the show comes on around like 7 p.m. Eastern time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We will be going live, reviewing the looking at Bound for Glory. I know the Dudleys, which they just won the Hall Tag Team Champions, so shouts out to them. will be facing the Dudleys. That's why Final Boss wants to watch it. I think Any Hardwell and I can't think of her name. Carmelo Hayes' wife. I think they're married. Will be taking on each other. I don't want to say Carmelo Hayes' wife. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Her name starts with a K. I cannot think of her name right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But like I say, join us for that tomorrow. We will be doing a watch along. This will be our second one, guys. So I made this decision as a CEO. Most of the majority of the time, I know you guys, most people like TNA. We will also do every now and then TNA watch parties, especially if it's like a good event, nice event, a big event. We will do them for y'all. That's for Kalani Joy. Thank you, Greg. I don't know why my mind was going to bank. I could not think of her name. I kept saying it was something with a K. Thank you, Greg. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. Kalani, Georgia. Thank you, Greg. And shouts out to my enforcer of my island, Lou, my wise man, Greg. He's always been my wise man. He's shouting out the EVP, our honorary Uso, because he always keeps us laughing. That's why I call him my honorary Uso. Hey, don't get mad at me. He just is because he's a funny guy. Sammy was funny in the group, so hey, that's what I made him as. And shouts out to everyone who's made this community be the community that we have. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys liked my review. I didn't want to take too long, an hour or two. We will be doing a Talk It Up this next week, hopefully. And Final Boss is available because I know she probably gonna have some thoughts about not just Crown Jewel, probably some things that's going on because she has some theories about the watch of Seth Rollins. I will not get into that. I will let her talk about it when we do Talk It Up. We probably do it Monday after the Raw because something might play into one of her theories. And I know y'all guys love her takes because we get so many people in here when she's on here with me. Shouts out to the 105 people who came in here and seen me and spent almost 1 hour, 23 minutes with me. And most of it was me being muted. Thanks, shouts out to Advocate and Greg for telling me I was mostly muted. I was up here battling my mouth. Yeah, so we will see y'all guys. Like I say, you guys, give that Double Energy link down below. Go visit them. If you want 10% off, put in Talk It Up Wrestling. That's for you people who have subscribed to us, who has came to our YouTube and liked it. People who supported DWE. We're gonna try to get some gear going real soon. If you guys want some DWE gear, let me know. If you guys want to see some websites come up for DWE, let me know. I will get on it as soon as can. Let your voices be heard. Some things that you want to see come from DWE. We have some shows coming out with CJ, so hope you guys support CJ. Thank you guys for supporting me, Final Boss. Final Boss will be on a podcast November the 2nd. So go to her page. I have something on December the 7th. I know that's a long way, but guess what? You guys got to stick around and figure out what will be the big news I have for December the 7th. But I will give you the date. December the 7th, market calendars. November the 2nd, market clowns. That's November the 2nd, December the 7th. So mark those 2 dates. And Final Boss will be on a podcast November the 2nd. December the 7th, I will let y'all guys know what you will get from Miami the Great. Hey, follow my page. You might will see it then. It's no busy announcing it early because we still got a lot of time before we get to December. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for coming. We'll see you guys again. Peace.